Hi, you're on Laconic John, and this is a short retelling of the movie Desert. Enjoy. A group of Mexican laborers are about to illegally cross the border into the United States when, right in the middle of the desert, the truck that was carrying them among the illegals was a mechanic who was called in to see if the truck could be fixed right here. The breakdown was serious, and the truck could only be moved by a wrecker. He was scared because recently a whole group of migrants had been murdered in these hills recently. The cartel was involved. Lobo showed to the laborers which way is the U.S. and told them to get out of the truck for an extra fee. For an additional fee, he's supposed to lead the group through the desert. The guide calls his compatriots as cattle into these. In his pickup truck is an American, Sam, a tipsy man about to go. Meanwhile, the group has reached the barbed wire fence. The barbed wire fence. U.S. territory. Lobo warned that to be on the lookout. Even farmers should be careful. Sam saw the rabbit, took aim and pulled the trigger. The sound of the shot was heard by the illegal aliens. Lobo ordered them to run and hide in the nearest vegetation. The Mexicans at the same time, they set up a halt to rest and snacks. Lobo warned them that they still had a day and a half to go. For another day and a half, so water would have to be to conserve water. A girl who was hitting on a red dick. Her parents asked the man to watch for their daughter, and he's acting like her. Moises stood up for her husband, and Lobo ordered everyone to get up and continue. The good man also offered to help the chubby one to help carry his heavy backpack. But he refused. Sam met a border guard. He had recently complained about seeing traces of illegal migrants. But the authorities haven't reacted. 5 men have fallen behind the main group. And Lobo wasn't waiting for them, did not. The laggards ran forward and the chubby one fell to the ground. He was exhausted. Moises helped him up and he cheered up. I didn't think it would be this hard. The deputy's trying to reach Lobo. The guide hears him and only chuckle at the fivesome. That's what happens when you slow down. Hurry up or you'll end up like these scum. Suddenly, Mez ordered his friends in to hide up ahead. He saw a pickup truck from Masha Sam's. He spotted the tracks of the illegal aliens and ordered his tracker dog to find them. Soon, Sam saw a group of 10 men and immediately got out of the car. Rifle, the hunter took a position on a hill and took aim through the telescopic sight. Lobo's guide caught the first bullet. The Mexicans didn't even realize what had happened. Pretty soon, 2 more men were on their way to the grave. 2 more men went down. The crowd scattered, but they're in the open terrain, so it's not easy for the maniac, the woman, bent over her murdered husband, and a second later, she fell next to him, and then the bullet caught up the woman in red. Only one person left alive. 1 man left alive, and the shooter is not about to let him. First, he shot the man in the leg, and then shot him in the head. 10 breathless bodies left lying under the blazing sun. Welcome to the land, freedom. Shocked, Hass ran off over the hill. The others followed him. Sam took a great deal of pleasure at what my home is here. But then the tracker barked restlessly. It's too soon for a patriot to relax. Jesus Christ, they keep coming and coming. Too bad, I can't hit them from here. I'm gonna have to hunt the Micos a little more. It's not easy to keep up, and he's the only one who knows this area like he used to. Tracking the game is the job of the faithful dog. Just a little while longer, and he'll catch up. The fleeing Mexican's companion, a businessman, was the last to run, and it was on his neck. The tracker's jaws are locked around his neck. The rest of them would be of no use to him. Whistled to call his faithful dog to him and continued the hunt. The fugitives climbed up the tree, climbed up the cliff. The only way they'd managed to escape the Belgian shepherd. To look around on the high cliff. Sam the hunter, the Mexican hunter, wasted no time in moving up the rocks, hoping to get away from the madman. But then they come to a cliff. Furry jumped onto a neighboring boulder, followed immediately by all the others except the fat man. The man hesitated, but when he saw the dog, he decided to jump, by which time Sam had figured them out, and shot the chubby one in the back, and he fell down and crashed, and Moises managed to get away. Behind the rocks, the hunt was on for Moises. Finally managed to catch up with the Micos, and and Sam cold-bloodedly finished him off with a shot to the head. Only 2 survivors. There were only 2 survivors. They were almost given away by a toy bear named Moose. But it seems Sam didn't hear the children's tune, "Let's go." "Tracker, they can't have gotten far. We're gonna kill them all." Adela told me that the man who was with her was hired by her parents. He was supposed to help her cross the border. He did terrible things to me. He didn't deserve to die like that. It's funny, because she left her hometown because it was too dangerous there. My son is I had a son waiting for him in America, an illegal alien. He was about to apply for papers, but due to a series of fortuitous events led to the deportation, this bear cub of a son was deported. Nearby, Sam complains to the tracker that he's grown to hate it here. I guess he'll have to get out of here soon. To get the hell out of here. In the morning while peeing, Adela saw Sam's car, so she wouldn't be seen. Got down on all fours and found herself that she was surrounded by rattlesnakes. Luckily, none of them bit her, so Adela came to Moises with an offer to steal that crazy American's pickup truck. The tracker was lounging in the sun, suddenly got up and ran away. Sam followed his dog and stumbled upon a toy that was making a frosty noise. He turned around and saw 2 Mexicans who were running toward his car. The snake prevented the tracker from getting a good aim. Before he could get to them, the 2 Mexicans already hiding in the cab. The mechanic's trying to start the car without the key. Finally, Moises succeeds and he presses the gas pedal. And Deloitte are happy, but then there's a gunshot. The girl's shot in the arm, and Moises lost control of the truck, flipped over, and the man crawled out of the car and he saw Sam running over here to finish them off. But as the killer came down the mountain, the Mexicans managed to get away. "When are we going to finish them off?" the sniper laments. The sniper at one point, the wounded case, admitted she couldn't walk anymore, and Moises sat her down by a giant cactus. The first aid kit the man took from the car was a flare gun. After treating, he told Adela that he was going to leave her here to die, because when the American would kill them both, and he had a son waiting for him. His son is waiting for him, despite the girl's pleas. Not to leave her behind, grabbed the rocket launcher and ran away. Soon the tracker smelled the blood and followed her trail. The poor girl saw the killer and panicked. Moises still, but his conscience got the better of him. So he climbed up the hill and fired his flare gun. Sam offered to let the tracker take care of this Mexican. The girl was either already dead or about to bleed to death. He's running for his life, but the dog is slowly catching up to him. But Sam's hovering somewhere behind him to protect himself from the dog. Has climbed into cactus trees that the tracker would be scared of the needles. But the dog didn't even seem to notice the obstacle and kept on running without breaking speed. Moises loaded a second round in the rocket launcher and shot the dog right in the mouth. Sam heard it, burst into tears. He apologizes to his friend and vows to punish the Mexican. Meanwhile, Moises got to the highway and tried to stop a passing car, but the driver didn't hear him. But Sam got into a good position and started shooting at him again. Desperate, he just started screaming and calling for help. For help. After waiting for a while, the man ran forward and started climbing up the nearest rock. He was lucky that Sam is out of breath and can't hit him. To hit him, the American is not going to stop, because for him it's now personal and not just a pastime. They're running around the same rock at a distance, literally a couple of dozen meters away. Somehow manages to keep himself alive. He's climbed to the top of the cliff and watches Sam walk around in circles, is finally exhausted and stops. Unfortunately, Moises has given himself away, and Sam has also climbed to the top. The prey is hiding below while the hunter looks overhead. Sam comes back down again, and Moises is at his back. The Mexican, it's now or never, ran towards Sam, who didn't even expect it to be attacked, and flew down with Moises. They woke up, almost at the same time. Only Sam had a broken. His leg was broken, so he ran to the rifle. The second American started whimpering and complaining about his leg. "You killed them all like some kind of animals," Moises told him. Sam continued whimpering and begging for water. Water! The killer begs for mercy for him. I'm, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Would kill a man for him. Desert Sam screams after the Mexicans and begging him not to leave him, but Moises didn't even turn around. Instead, he went B. Back to Adela, who was still alive. Drank all the water the man put her on his back and carried her somewhere forward. We're almost there, repeats Moises, even though all that could be seen ahead was the vast desert. But the man didn't give up and continued on towards sunset. On the horizon, the lights of the city